Good evening, and welcome to the Way of Salvation Christian Church presents Lessons on Faith. Yes, we're reading Lessons on Faith, and we are in chapter 5, Saving Faith. And this is a continuation of, of the video from earlier because my microphone battery died on us. So now, in our last video, we stopped at page 66, second paragraph. But now we will pick up at page 66. But we're going to start from the first paragraph. And today is November the 27th. It's the evening of the 27th, which is the second day of the week. And it's 7:30 or so. I just came from dinner with my son and his beautiful wife. And I've eaten some good Indian cuisine, and they're very, very good. I must say, it's my first time having Indian food. I actually thought Indian and Mediterranean were the same thing, but uh, my son's wife cleared me up on that they were different. So that was a beautiful thing. And now I'm feeling blessed and ready to read and rejoice in the Lord. So now we're going to start on page 66, paragraph 1. On one occasion, the Jews said unto Jesus, "What shall we do that we might work the works of God?" Just the thing that we want to know. Mark the reply. This is the work of God, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent. John 6, verses 28 and 29. Would that these words might be written in letters of gold and kept continually before the eyes of every struggling Christian. The seeming paradox is cleared up. Works are necessary, yet faith is all sufficient because faith does the work. Faith comprehends everything, and without faith, there is nothing. Paradox. I'm going to write that down. I'm trying to um, write down all the words that I don't know the definitions to. Okay, on to paragraph 2, page 66, paragraph 2. The trouble is that people in general have a faulty conception of faith. They imagine that it is mere assent and that it is only a passive thing to which active works must be added. But faith is active, and it is not only the most substantial thing, but the only real foundation. The law is the righteousness of God. Isaiah 51, verses 6 and 7. For which we are commanded to seek. Matthew 6:33. But it cannot be kept except by faith. For the only righteousness which will stand in the judgment is that which is through the faith of Christ, the righteousness which is of God by faith. Philippians 3:9. Read the words of Paul in Romans 3, verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Yea, we establish the law. Making void the law of God by man is not abolishing it, for that is an impossibility. It is as fixed as the throne of God. No matter what men say of the law, nor how much they trample upon it and despise it, it remains the same. The only way that men can keep that men can make void the law of God is to make it of none effect in their hearts by their disobedience. Thus, in Numbers 30, verses 15, a vow that has been broken is said to have been made void. So when the apostle says that we do not make void the law through faith, he means that faith and disobedience are incompatible. No matter how much the lawbreaker professes faith, the fact that he is a lawbreaker shows that he has no faith. But the possession of faith is shown by the establishment of the law in the heart, so that the man does not sin against God. Let no one decry faith as of little moment, but does not the apostle James say that faith alone cannot save a man, and that faith without works is dead? Let us look at his words a moment. Too many have too many have with honest intent perverted them to a dead legalism. He does say that faith without works is dead, and this agrees most fully with just what we have just quoted and written. For if faith without works is dead, the absence of works shows the absence of faith. For that which is dead has no existence. If a man has faith, works will necessarily appear, and the man will not boast of either one. For by faith, boasting is excluded. Romans 3:27. Boasting is done only by those who trust wholly in dead works, or whose profession of faith is a hollow mockery. Then how about James 2:14, which says, "What doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him?" The answer necessarily implied is, of course, that it cannot. Why not? Because he hasn't it. What doeth it profit if a man say he has faith, if by his wicked course he shows that he has none? Must we decry the power of faith simply because it does nothing for the man who makes a false profession of it? Paul speaks of some who profess that they know God, but who deny him by their works. Titus 1:16. The man to whom James refers is one of this class. The fact that he has no good works, no fruit of the Spirit, shows that he has no faith, despite his loud profession. And so, of course, faith cannot save him, for faith has no power to save a man who does not possess it. Bible Echo, August 1st, 1890. And that's the conclusion of chapter 5, Saving Faith. See you next time.